You are watching a master at work.
The kid's back.
I still got to prove myself every day.
Crazy.
Every day, I still got to prove myself every day. It's still like, oh, he fell off. Oh, he not this. You know, I'm like, look at all I gave y'all. Like, I can't have a bad year. I can't have a bad month. Like, and for the most part, I'm gonna be honest with you. I had, like, I could say like maybe 3-4 years ago, I was tired of all of this. I was just like, I don't want to do this no more. I wanted to just get back into full production mode, you know, but I loved it so much that I stayed, but I was kind of tired of it, honestly. But go ahead.
What was it about the game that made you feel that way and feel like you were tired and wanted to take a step back?
I felt like I interviewed everybody. I felt like interviews got oversaturated. I felt like a lot of interviews were corny. I felt like where the culture was going more to the criminal element opposed to the music. It was started bothering me because I still like talking about the music. The music is very, very important.
Very important.
Backstory is very, very important. So if you're sitting in front of me because you in a gang, if you're sitting in front of me because you robbed people, if you're sitting in front of me because you was in jail, what does that have to do with hip hop and music? Now, if you was a part of hip hop and music and you just so happen to do some prison time and all that, that's different. But if you don't do anything in music, you don't add on to the culture in any way. I'm interviewing you because you was in jail,
right?
You know where we from? Shit, I could name 1,000 dudes and interview 1,000 dudes that was in jail.
Yeah. Everybody got a story.
But if I do it, now they go back to jail. I snitched. I did this. I did this. So it's a code of conduct that we got to follow that others don't have to follow as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. And you know what? I definitely want to touch on that too, but let's bring us up to speed now. So I'm bored. We simmer in the pot, but we gonna get there. Right. So now you were doing the production in the early days. There was track masters. There was all these influences around. What made you, or where did the inspiration come from for content creation in those early days where, you know, the DVD era came into play?
So in 1990, about 1990, 91, I always had a video camera because I idolized Ralph McDaniels. You know, who didn't watch Video Music Box? You know, if you're from the tri-state, VMB was everything. You know what I'm saying? So that was our first introduction to anything media, anything hip hop, anything that we saw. We likely to see ourselves on there. He was in the party. We was there. VMB, I did a shout out. Or, oh, there goes such and such. He did a shout out, you know?
Right.
So, you know, following and studying Ralph McDaniels, also studying Pete Rock and studying Marley Marl was like my biggest inspiration. So I always had a video camera. So I would tape stuff in the hood, snowball fights, you know, dudes knocking out crackheads and all types of stuff like that, you know, for real, you know. So I was like the hood reporter, you know, I would catch stuff. So it was just a natural course of progression from doing that to doing the DVDs. And then at that particular time, I never thought about doing a DVD, but I did have a lot of footage. And then me and Rec had fell out of contact for a while. And then when he hit me up, he said he was working on a project called Outside of Hot 97, which later was called to Outside of 395 Hudson. So he had all this footage that he was doing and he needed somebody to edit it. So I found him some editors, but he also needed the DVD scored. So I scored the DVD, helped him get the editors, and they edited the footage. The DVD came out. And that was the first DVD that I was a part of. And then from there, me and him started working together and did a bunch of stuff on we started doing DVDs there. Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Doggie Diamonds of Doggie Diamonds TV, and you are now watching The Blake Check. Make sure you tune in, subscribe, it's free. Hit the thumbs up, it's free. And leave a comment. You might not agree with everything, or you might like what's being talked about. But we need to hear from you. Peace.